Call the city council meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter. Here. Stilgrave. Here. Vining. No, I haven't. Germaine. Here. Felder.
Here.
Mayor Clark.
Here. All please rise for the invocation. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Grant us the strength to manage the challenges ahead and the wisdom to identify opportunities as we strive to serve our community. As we make decisions, grant us the gift of an open mind, the willingness to learn, and the humility to accept the ideas of others.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, next item, please.
Next item is approval of the regular agenda.
Manager Robinson, any amendments to the agenda?
There are no, the administration has no changes to the regular agenda.
Any questions from council? Motion to approve the regular agenda. Councilwoman Stilgrave, supported by Councilwoman Germaine, to approve the regular agenda. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hager? Yes. Stilgrave? Yes. Germaine? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes. Excuse me. Next item, please.
The next item is the consent agenda, and for item B, approval of payments to vendors. The amount should read $728,869.55, 728,869.55.
Thank you. Are there any items on the consent agenda that council wishes to have pulled for further discussion? Any items from council? Or any items on the consent agenda those present here this evening wish to have pulled for further discussion? I see we have a few new faces and more people here this evening. I always like to not only just ask, but educate. And so a consent agenda means that all the items, and there are 3 items, there's not the presentations, they are not on the consent agenda. So items that are on the or under consent agenda can be passed all at once. But if there's somebody here that wants to have further discussion about an item, you simply ask for the item number to be pulled, and then we'll pull that at the end of the meeting. We'll have a discussion by what you may wish to talk about. So with that, are there any items on the consent agenda those present here this evening wish to have pulled for further discussion? Seeing none, motion, Councilman Felder?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion that all items on the consent agenda be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, and resolutions adopted.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Felder, supported by Councilman Hayter, that all items on the consent agenda be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, resolutions adopted. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hager?
Yes.
Stilgrave?
Yes.
Vining? Sorry. Germaine? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is our presentations for this evening. So the first item is item 5043, SMCC Volleyball Team Day, January 6th, 2025.
Thank you, Clark. So before I come down to the podium and ask some people to join me from the team, I just want to say congratulations on behalf of the City Council. I can tell you there's one council member that's no longer is a council member because he moved on to be the county commissioner. I know he is greatly, I'll just say, not pleased that he can't be here this evening as a council member to also share your winnings there for SMCC as a state title. So, because every week he'd talk about the teams and where they're at and congratulate them. But Councilman Lamore, now Commissioner Lamore, I think we'll be saying the same thing across the courtyard here when you go to see the county commissioners, if you haven't already. If you have, then he missed it both ends. He'll have to come see you in person at a game, and I'm sure he'll be cheering on as well. So we have a, hold on a second, please. Okay. You gotta give me a second. Right there. That's why it's not in the book. So we have a proclamation this evening to present to the St. Mary Catholic Central High School volleyball team. I want to congratulate the ladies once again for an outstanding year. And I'm going to go down and come to the podium and read it. But I think about all the hard work over the year. It just doesn't happen overnight, correct? You think back from the early times and the sessions, the practices, but also then the education that's still required to be, academically sound to continue to compete. And I always look at this, and I'm going to say this part here before I come down. We have a team record, and that's a team effort. But then when it comes to also the athletic side, there's the academic side. And yet, once again, they earned all-state academic honors with a team GPA of 3.47. So that speaks as well as your athletics, if not more in some sense. But on the other hand, it shows that you put your time, efforts, and diligence into both your athletics and your academics. And so I congratulate on both. I need a couple signatures before I come down and see you. Councilman?
I feel like this is the part where we exchange pens.
Yes.
That way you guys know it's authentic.
That's right. So before I read this, I understand there are 3 seniors here. Is that correct? You get to join me. Come on up. Because I don't want to stand here by myself to read this proclamation. I think it's important that as you stand here and for the council and others that we present the proclamation to you. But I will say it's an honor, and as the proclamation reads, it's an honor and privilege that the mayor and city council have been given this opportunity to pay tribute to St. Mary Catholic Central High School's volleyball team. And on November 23rd, 2024, SMCC's volleyball team made history once again. How many is this now?
8.
See, somebody knew one of you would have it. 8. Their 8th state championship. Capturing the school's 8th state championship in volleyball by defeating Traverse City St. Francis 25-21, 25-20, and 25-15 in the Class C state championship game in Battle Creek. And whereas the SMCC Kestrels earned state titles, it goes through the years here. I don't need to read all those because we know it's 8. And whereas Coach Kim Wyndham and Assistant Coach Randy Wyndham and Lynn Fedewa have instilled in their players the importance of teamwork, discipline, dedication, and sportsmanship. And whereas the Lady Kestrels have team members, I'm going to get to read them all here. This is going to be good. Stella Archer, Olivia Boudry, Jessica Koslow, Madeline Dedding, Ashla Flint, Julia Gramick, Quinn Harrington, Adela Eilis, Isabella Morin, Brooke Mossberg, Felicity Mugler, McKinney Payne, Alexa Turner, Kylie Urbanski, Haley Willis, Jada Worrell, Coach Kim Wyndham, Assistant Coach Randy Wyndham, and Lynn Fedewa, and managers Kelly Cousineau and Callius Schaefer. I got them all right? Close?
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Okay, and whereas the team's record for the season was 39 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie, and they earned all-state academic honors with a team GPA of 3.47, and whereas the Lady Kestrels have played the game like true champions and represented the city on behalf with their excellent team spirit and exemplary sportsmanship. I, therefore, Robert E. Clark, Mayor of City of Monroe, and on behalf of all the City Council and our residents, do hereby proclaim January 6, 2025 as St. Mary Catholic Central High School Volleyball Team Day in Monroe, and we commend yourselves, the coaches, and all your supporters to bring here together. And I see the shirts you're wearing because together, right? Mm-hmm. Together we're better, aren't we? Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So I want to say congratulations. Who gets to speak? Oh, everybody's looking at you. Oh, come on. What do you have to say for us?
What am I supposed to say? Like just talk about the team?
Sure, absolutely.
So I've been a part of this program for 4 years. I'm just a manager, but I was a manager all 4 years to this program. And this season, it was just different. Like the energy was just different. Everything about it was different, and I knew from the beginning that we were going to make it all the way there.
Congratulations. I'm just going to slide this in here. All right. Who wants to receive it? All three of you, right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You know, a comment was made about, well, it's only you said the manager. Think about any team. Any team has those that are on the field, those that are not on the field, those that do all the work that needs to be done, so you can all be winners. And I think you all are winners. So my congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna stand over here. Yeah, we're gonna get this. Yeah.
We'll get our seniors and then we'll get everyone.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right.
Ladies, come on up. All right. You can stand on both sides.
Yeah.
Come on. Balance it out. Move over this way a little bit. Okay? Is this it? You can get closer to your teammates. Why don't you get closer to your teammates? I'll just stand over here. Okay. No, I'll stand over here.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Where'd you go? All right, this is good. I love it. So before, I was going to usually go right back up to my chair, and I will say congratulations again. We have another presentation if you'd like to stay for that. It'd be kind of enjoyable, but you don't feel obligated to spend for the entire meeting, because I know that it's the first day back since break, isn't it? Yes. Everybody a little tired today, right? Yeah. Long day. And I know you have class and probably studies tonight too. So usually I go back up and sit down in the next item, but the next item, clerk, I understand is another presentation. Next item, please.
The next item is item 5049, Deck the House, Holiday Light Competition Contest Winners.
Yes, thank you. Manager Robinson?
And council and audience. We were very lucky that obviously our holiday lights celebration that happened this past November with all the wonderful lights that we had down there stemmed some ideas out of our communications department. And our director, Egan, thought of a good idea. Well, why don't we spread this cheer throughout the city? And they came up with the idea for the Deck the House Holiday Light contest, and they put a lot of work into that and using our social media channels and everything. We got people to participate, and it was just absolutely beautiful. They come up with all these great things, put a sign in the people's yard who register with QR codes and for people to vote, and it's high-tech stuff. It took me a few minutes to figure it out. You put your camera thing on, get a QR code? Yeah, what can you do? But it was amazing, and I'd like Director Egan to come up and kind of explain the process and honor the winners.
Thank you so much, David. Honorable Mayor and City Council, thank you so much for having us this evening. As Dave mentioned, this is really expanding upon our Hometown Holiday Lights program. Many of you were with us when we started that years ago with the sponsored lights out in the courtyard that have expanded out into our downtown area. We have plans to continue that. And as Dave mentioned, we wanted to bring that out into the community. Let's have some community participation, not only from our residents this year, but also to get folks to go around and take a look at all the hard work that a lot of our residents do without that kind of public recognition to get that support. So we're super excited that this was our inaugural year this year. We had 19 participants. We heard so much great feedback, people getting their kids in the car, going around the tour. We had great support from our internal departments. We had a beautiful GIS story map made by Kim Reiger, one of our staff members, and that votes and everything was compiled by Terry. He's one of our data and analyst management numbers man. So we were so excited to be able to bring this program to the city and to the residents, and lots of feedback from residents and participants that they really enjoyed it. So we had, as I mentioned, 19 participants. The public voting period was December 16th through the 29th, and we did announce the winners on December 30th on our social media. Winners were chosen by popular vote, as Dave mentioned, through QR code. We also had a story map, and you could access that voting form from our website. The first place this year is going to receive our first annual Griswold Award, which they get to keep, and they will be invited back to the city's annual tree lighting on stage with Mayor Clark Friday, November 21st, 2025, to help flip the switch, so to speak, on the city's Christmas tree. In total, we had 3,875 votes that were cast using our 10 votes per IP address metric that we established. So we had a lot of participation from our residents and the families of the participants, because that's part of it too. Share it on social media, get the word out, get your friends and family to support. And some of the winners are here with us tonight. We're super excited to present their awards with Honorable Mayor Clark. Mayor, would you join us? We're going to call each of the winners up to the podium, and they're going to be presented with their award, and then we're going to get some quick photographs. So we are going to start with our third place winner, Ralph Gappis. He is going to get a certificate from Mayor Clark, as well as a $75 Lowe's gift card.
The card is here. And there's your certificate. So you're gonna hold this because Jody's gonna take a photograph.
Yeah,
Sure.
actually, stand off to my right really quick.
Okay. And hold on, because you're gonna see if you want to give you something to say too.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Would you like to say anything, Ralph? You don't have to.
Just thank you to the city.
All right.
Thank you, council. Thank you, mayor, everybody. This was a very nice contest, and we've lived in the city 20 years, and 20 years I've been decorating outside, and it's just expanded, and it's just a lot of fun to watch the drive-bys. We call them looky-loos that come and visit our house. So I'm looking forward to participating again this year. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this little sleeve, you can put that in when you don't have, when you're not displaying it.
Okay. You can stand over here.
I'm not sure if our second place winner, Tammy Pierce. Tammy, are you here with us tonight? I don't believe Tammy's with us, but we'll reach out to her and just want to say congratulations, Tammy, for her entry into the contest. And we'll be touching base with you to get you your certificate and gift card. And our first place winner receives the Griswold Award and a $300 gift card to Lowe's. And that winner is Bill Leetart. Come on up, Bill.
Congratulations. There you go, sir. Keep the lights on.
Oh, we will. We will.
And then Bill, this is the equipment that goes with your award. You're welcome. Would you like to say anything, Bill? No.
No.
That's okay.
You said it all. It's all enjoyable for me to see.
Ralph's hard to follow there with the speech aid. Well, congratulations, Bill. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you, and thank you for sharing. All right, let's get a photo.
Okay.
Bill?
Wherever you want.
Let's stand here with Bill, and then we'll get a group shot too.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna change her. 1, 2, 3. And then, would you like to join us? Yeah, with your certificate. Why don't we get this over here? If you don't mind, we'll face the audience. Thank you, Mayor Clark, and thank you to the participants that were here with us this evening. And I'd just like to conclude by saying we are so very much looking forward to continuing this program next year. Thank you to Mayor and City Council for your support in these ideas we have for community outreach and, of course, to inspire residential pride and kind of build that sense of community. So we appreciate that opportunity, and I have a hunch it's going to be even bigger with more competition next year. So thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Well, before I go back to my seat, I'll just say thank you, Jody. It's a great, a lot of work by the staff to put this together and figure it all out. But also, I want to thank the residents that have decorated, and of course, the 19 that put their name in the hopper to have people vote for them. And it was a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll have many, many more. All right, I'll be back up.
Thank you. Yeah, I am.
Clerk, next item, please.
Under council action, item 5051, the scheduling of the special meeting for city council interviews.
Thank you. Manager Robinson, information on this and then as how we're moving forward.
Yes, Your Honor and council. As we all know, Councilmember Lamore has submitted his resignation as he did swear in as a county commissioner last week. And we all wish him the best. And with that, obviously, in previous meetings, we had listed that we were looking for those who are eligible that lived in the fifth district in order to apply and be part of the city council. And we received applications, and based on the review of the information and the vetting by the city clerk's office, the following applicants have met all of the qualifications to serve as city council members in the 5th District. They are Ms. Leah Rurka, Ms. Kelly Stringham, and Ms. Gloria Rafko. Those are the 3 applicants that we are looking to interview for this position. We are requesting this from the administration. We're requesting that we schedule the special meeting for Tuesday, January 14th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers for the purpose of conducting the applicant interviews. You can make the motion in a second, but for more information, the administration has been compiling questions that you may use in the interviews, and we will get that to you probably on Wednesday, a list of questions, and you'll be able to select 10 questions out of that list. You can all vote for them, and those will be compiled, and then those will be the questions that will be given to you. And we're going to get that list to you on a form where you can vote on it. There'll be a link, and you'll be able to put in your email and vote on it. And then you will be able to, then we will need to have those back by Friday. And we'll get it to you Wednesday. We need it back by Friday, and I'll send you email to remind everyone. But we're very excited about the interview process and the idea that we have 3 people who are truly interested and have qualified, and we're excited to go to the next phase.
Any questions? Councilwoman Vining?
Mr. City Manager, could you read the questions, the names again? I didn't catch them.
Miss Leah Rurka,
Yeah.
Miss Kathy Stringham, and Miss Gloria Rafko.
Thank you.
Other questions for Manager Robinson? Just want to make a comment before you take a motion or thought on this vote to move forward on the special meeting. Manager Robinson mentioned there's, the questions, and what it is, there's a variety of questions that councils, we're looking to find a consensus of the 10 questions that were selected. I don't want the candidates to think that they're going to get 10 questions from every council person. That's not the case. That would be way too long. So, and I think we can do that as we've done in the past, where council members each ask 2 questions, the mayor asks a couple questions, and then we have the opportunity to hear from the candidates as well before and at the end. So that's kind of the format that's followed, but we first have to look at those. Please do so when you receive them. and kind of put your thoughts into what you think are questions that will kind of produce the, comments of a good candidate for the appointment to the 5th precinct for the city council. With that, any other questions? If not, a motion.
I'd like to make a motion.
Councilman Hayter.
I'd like to make a motion to schedule a special meeting for Tuesday, January 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the city council chambers for the purpose of city council applicant interviews.
Support.
So motion by Councilman Hayter, supported by Councilwoman Stillgrave on item 5051, schedule a special meeting for city council interviews. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter,
Yes.
Stillgrave, Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine, Felder,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Clerk, next item, please.
Item 5048, acceptance of crosswalk public art proposal.
Thank you. Manager Robinson.
Yes, Your Honor. In the last year in the CIP process, we always budget $20,000 for public art. And when we think of that, we always try to look at ways that we can use that money that's going to engage our community in order to have the best representation for that money for the public art. Well, it just so happens that we have also in 2022 we signed an MOU with Michigan Fitness Foundation, and I don't know if any of you've noticed on some of the buses and some of the gas stations there's statistics that have been listed about pedestrian safety and crosswalk safety, etc. Well, that's all through the grant and the MOU that we have with this organization. And it's kind of been thought that what a way to potentially, because there is a new kind of feature that has been happening around the country where you're getting public art and pedestrian safety in the same view by painting crosswalks. You get the community involved and we paint crosswalks. And we have been in discussion with a local artist, Presley Bergmoser, and with that money, and we are she's looking to create, and in your packet, we showed the 6 different crosswalks that we're looking to paint with that money. And we currently have an application in with the Michigan Fitness Foundation in order to potentially receive another $20,000 from them in order to help fund this. So then we would have $40,000 to do this, which would allow us to do 6 intersections if there's 6 crosswalks with this funding. So we're looking basically today for you to approve us being authorized not to exceed $40,000 to do this in order to contract with proposal from Presley Bergmoser for the 6 crosswalks. And with this, with the Michigan Fitness Foundation, part of the organization, part of the requirements of the MOU is we have an event that's kind of highlights pedestrian safety, et cetera. And what we'd like to do is sometime in May or June, provided we receive this funding, in order to have Presley do kind of a paint by numbers kind of design and a crosswalk. And we were thinking the crosswalk at St. Mary's Park there between SMCC and the park. And the thought is we would do that before one of the concerts that we have in the concerts in the park. And it would be painted by number, and then we would have members of the community that could come out and participate in the paint by numbers of the mural that is created, the art that's created in the intersection. So basically what we're asking for is council to accept the proposal from Presley Bergmoser for 6 crosswalk public art up to not to exceed $40,000.
Any questions for Manager Robinson? There's no question. Councilman or Councilwoman Germaine?
I'll make a motion, please. Move to accept the proposal from Presley Bergmoser for 6 crosswalk public art installations in the amount of up to and not to exceed $40,000. Authorize the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city, and authorize the assistant city manager, finance director to amend the budget when grant approval or 2025-26 CIP approval is received.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilwoman Germaine, supported by Councilwoman Stilgrave on item 5048, acceptance of crosswalk public art proposal. Any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hader? Yes. Stilgrave? Yes. Vining? Yes. Jermaine? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is 5052, resolution to dedicate properties for Labor Park Edition.
Thank you. Manager Robinson.
Yes, Your Honor and Council, again, we should all remember in 2018 when Second Street was kind of ended there at Labor Park, and the city purchased the properties at 1102 East Second, 1110 East Second Street, and 1114 East Second, along with some other properties that continued that were through, which is now the parking lot at the Navarre Library. But those three lots in particular, two of those lots, we would like to incorporate into being actual part. The intention is that was supposed to be part of Labor Park. And it's never been officially dedicated as portions of actual park property. And the reason that we want to do that is to protect that property by the things that are in the city charter, to where you can't decommission a park without it going before a vote of the people. So in that expansion of Labor Park, we want that land, those plots to be actually recognized as part of Labor Park. So that's the first part of what we're seeking in this resolution. The second part we're seeking in this resolution is in two of those plots, two of those addresses, also house the Selma Rankins Community Garden. And it was named Selma Rankin Community Garden back long ago when it began. And in 2022, the city adopted the policy, the naming policy. Well, as we were looking to bring these lots into the park and take care of that to make sure that's covered under the Park and Rec Master Plan, et cetera, we also thought it would be proper to officially recognize that community garden as the Selma Rankin Community Garden. And then following the naming policy on December 5th of 2024, we did take it before the board. The Board of Ethics did review the name, and they unanimously recommended that the City Council officially recognize the community garden as the Selma Rankins Community Garden.
Thank you. Any questions for Manager Robinson? So we have an item, it's a resolution to approve for the items that were stated. And it was a little bit longer than normal probably in a resolution, but there were steps that were identified that probably weren't taken before and needed to be done before we could start doing things as a park, identified as a park for funding, and also the recognition through the naming policy and those things as well. So kind of a longer process than I think the naming committee probably thought was going to come before us, but it still was able to work. So other comments? Councilman Hader?
Just a motion.
Okay. There's no other
I'd like to
comment?
make a motion to approve the resolution to dedicate properties to the Labor Park Edition and to recognize the naming of the Selma Rankins Garden.
Motion by Councilman Hader, supported by Councilwoman Stilgrave on item 5052, resolution to dedicate properties for Labor Park Edition. And within that resolution is also the recognition naming of the Selma Rankin Community Gardens as has been established. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hader? Yes. Stilgrave? Yes. Vining?
Yes.
Jermaine?
Yes.
Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes. Clerk, next item.
I have no further items this evening, Your Honor.
Council comments. It is January. Councilman Hader, comments this evening?
Your Honor. So I'd like to congratulate the St. Mary's volleyball team on their state championship. I'd like to congratulate the Holiday Lights winners, especially the first place winner was my brother-in-law. I had nothing to do with it.
That's why we don't vote. That's why we don't make the decisions.
But thirdly, I'd like to congratulate two of Joel's ALCC boxers, two professionals who had fights over the holidays between Christmas and New Year's. Both won. Matt and Isaac had won by unanimous decision, and Derek Miller won by first round TKO. So I'd like to congratulate those two on their continued success.
And Councilman Stilgrave.
Just hope everybody had a great holiday and welcome 2025. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Viney. Councilwoman Germaine.
Thank you, Your Honor. On the consent agenda, there was an item about the kayak launch. I am extremely excited about that because when I first ran for city council, I wanted to build up the river, and this is definitely a step toward that, finally. So I'm very happy about that. And excited about the crosswalk art. I think that's going to be awesome in the city. It's going to be very pretty and attract a lot of visitors. And Happy New Year to everyone, and I'm happy to say 2024 is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Councilman Felder.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, I think Councilman Germaine is right about the kayak launch there. That's something we've been talking about since you and I both got here. So I'm very glad that that's moving forward. Absolutely, congratulations to the volleyball team for winning the state championship, and thank you to all the participants, and certainly congratulations to the winners of the Holiday Lights program for making these winners just a little bit warmer. So that's all I have this evening, Your Honor. Thank you.
So I have a couple comments this evening. First off, as we get into January, and then we have holidays that come up this month, but also we have commemorations that are annually held here in the city. And on January 18th, which will be before our next meeting, it's a Saturday, at noon, there'll be a commemoration and wreath laying ceremony at the River Raisin National Battlefield Park. The commemoration and reception starts earlier with a flag raising at 9 a.m. There's a speaker at 10:30 a.m. 11:30, there'll be a tactical display by our volunteers, and then the commemoration wreath laying is at noon. So that is Saturday, January 18th, coming up. Second, again, I want to thank, first off, those that, for the holiday lights, as was said, is great to see with 19. I'm sure we'll have many more next year, and we'll see how all the deck the houses go. But also, congratulations again to St. Mary's Catholic Central championship volleyball team. Great achievement, and that's great they continue to be that winning team, but also that winning academic team. It just speaks so well for our community, and I know that they're well known and recognized. Also, I think through the last item on our agenda on the resolution, work through those items that you think you're ready to go, and then you find out as it comes through, it needs a little bit different direction and focus of how the process works. We've identified some items. I don't want to let the committee and the council know in the naming policy that, with our naming opportunities within the parks policy, we have that in there, but it just doesn't smoothly kind of pass through there. So there'll be some conversation from the manager in the future about just cleaning some of that up so we don't have to, we can move them along quickly as they come in. But I want to thank those that were involved, those that submitted the application, those who were involved with the community gardens in the past. And of course, as we know, the Selman Rankin Community Gardens is well known, and the signs are there to state that, but also the naming officially of that for the city. It's the first one that's gone through the process for the naming committee when we sat down years ago to do that. But I want to thank the ethics committee for their review and recommendation, how they sat and asked questions and met with the administration as they reviewed through that. That's not something that I or council sit on, because that's why it's a separate committee to think about how we review things and take things at a high standard. Last thing, also, will come before our next meeting, because our next meeting will be on a Tuesday, because Monday is the holiday, of course, is Martin Luther King Day. So I think about that. I don't have a schedule of items that'll be going on. I think usually I see them already. I have not seen some, but I know the community college usually has activities, events. The library as well has opportunities for some remembrance and commemorations. And so I just share that today for us to think about between now and come to Martin Luther King Day. Think about the value, the worth of what we've learned as we come across in life, and honor Dr. King and his legacy that he's left here for us to follow and be better. So that of course is on the holiday, is the 20th. So that's all I have. And remember, next city councilman meeting will be on Tuesday, the 21st. Clerk LaVoy.
I just have a couple of things I too want to thank and congratulate the SMCC volleyball team and thank them for being here this evening. Together they did achieve quite a bit. And I also wanted to just say to one who wasn't here tonight, McKenna Payne, she has moved on to her college career. So I knew her as a little girl. She played with my daughters. So tonight, again, was one of those moments where you go, oh, wow, where did the time go? But I know her teammates are excited for her that she's been able to launch her college career. And they're wonderful young ladies. And one of them was the daughter of one of the ladies in my office, one of my team members. So it's just, it was a good evening. I also wanted to say congratulations to the Holiday Lights winners, and thank you to everybody who was involved. But in particular, I just wanted to call attention to the team here at City Hall that, they were the underpinning of it. They could have left things at, as with the great success we're now having with the downtown lights, and it's beautiful and they're still up. You might be able to see them for a few more days if DPS doesn't take them down, but it's really sparkly and shiny. And this team here decided to take what was already happening in the neighborhoods and kind of formalize it a little bit and came up with a great event that I know myself and my daughters, we enjoyed a couple of hours in the car just driving around and debating who was going to vote for who and who was the best. So thanks to the team here at City Hall for that hard work. That's all I have.
Thank you. Manager Robinson.
Yes, again, congratulations to SMCC and the volleyball team. It's hard to win state championships, and being they've won 8, they've gotten pretty good at it, and I think that's something to really acknowledge them for. I'd like to also acknowledge what some of our participants here are celebrating, the Detroit Lions win I see last night, and I appreciate your reflection on a great thing for our whole Southeast Michigan area. So I think that's great. But I just want to thank everybody for all the effort and my staff in working together, preparing for and getting the things ready for the new city council member that will be coming on. And I think it's important. We're going to have that special meeting and the interviews by this council on the 14th. And I'm just very excited because there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes for that. And as we prepare another orientation that the council member, the newly selected council member, will go through the orientation, as well as, some training that's offered by the Michigan Municipal League about newly elected officials, et cetera. And those dates we'll be posting, and we'll always post those to all the council members. If anybody wants to go and get a refresher, it's always good. But other than that, that's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Next is citizens' comments. If there's any comments from those present here this evening, you're welcome to come to the podium, state your name, jurisdiction of residence, and just be mindful of the 3 minutes. Any comments from those present here this evening? Seeing no comments this evening, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Hayter, supported by Councilwoman Germaini to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Amy? Felder? Mayor Clark?
Yes, and thank you all for being here, and congratulations